All right, so we're continuing to build this application to capture meeting notes with SharePoint. I'm going to pause here in just a minute and you'll find the other videos, but you can download this book right here at Gumroad. Now, the book hasn't been published if you're viewing it. I do the videos first so you can see how far along I am. So go out there in a little bit. But here's the reference right here, SBS. And the book should be published by the 26th of January, 2024. But here's a reference you want to look for right here for this book. And Gumroad, you can download the PDF. It's about $2.99, I think. So real inexpensive. But what it gives you is it gives you kind of the layout of all of these videos put together so that you can kind of follow along step by step on how to create this app. And of course, this is very visual. You can literally look at the pictures and build the application. So today, if you pause the video here, you can see the 4 videos that I've done before right here. And just write down, you don't need the plus sign, but you can just do Lush plus this number or just Lush and the number in the square brackets like this. And you'll find the videos that talk about creating the list, creating the Power App, adding new records to SharePoint, and creating the new pop-up. So without further ado, let's go into the topic for today, which is edit the data in the application. So up until this point, we've created the list, we've started the application, we've added the new records to PowerPoint, to SharePoint, and we've added a pop-up, and now we're going to edit the data. We're going to create an edit screen. So we're going to walk through this looking at the book as our guide, and then I'm going to pop over to PowerApps, and we're actually going to look at it inside of here. Now, this isn't much to look at, right? But we're going to show you, kind of walk you down through. I'm going to walk you down through how to do all of this. So, all right. So the first thing we need to do to add data is just simply click on the data button there, hit add data, type in SharePoint, and then it'll ask you for your username. You'll put that in, and then it'll connect to the SharePoint site. It's really very, very simple. So let me just kind of walk through that because it's very simple. You just go here to click right here, and you just type in SharePoint. Whoops, got to add data first. SharePoint. Somebody should have told me. Click SharePoint, then you click and then you go over here. It pops up over here. You click which one you want. Let's just say personal here. And then you just select from whatever you want. Let's just say we want to add source. We're going to hit connect. And then boom, source is now a data source here. And the reason why we do that is because in our lines of code, like for example, this gallery here, gallery 1, notice here that it's calling flow notes. Flow notes is the name of the SharePoint list. Okay, so if we wanted to call records in the source, we would do that. Okay, but look, and this is a real important distinction. I don't call out in the book, but a good reason to watch the videos too. This is a gallery that's based on this data right here, flow notes. If we wanted to have multiple fields, you'd want to create multiple galleries in order to collect that. So you can have on the screen, and the user would not be any wiser, you can have multiple fill-in screens like I have here going to different data structures, right? Different lists as you load them up here, but they're not in the same gallery. One gallery, one list. So anyways, let's get back to the content here. So we created it, great, no problem. We connect like I showed you, perfect. And to disconnect, by the way, we just go back out and we just go here and remove. And if we've edited data, we can edit data and refresh it, but we can just hit remove, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and add the gallery, and then we're gonna connect that flow notes to the gallery. And then we're going to edit the master record, and we're going to put in this. So we'll go to that point. So here, when we want to add a gal, I'm just going to go up here. I'm going to put in a new screen here just so I can show you how this is done. And we're just going to add the gallery to here. So you go here, insert, and just type in vertical, and we want the blank vertical. And it's going to ask you what data source do you want to add to it? We want to add flow notes. Okay, easy, right? Really easy. Now, I would rename this, but that's that. And then when we add things to the fields, to the gallery, this is very important. Do you see the little button right there? If you click on that, that means now if we hit insert, text label, for example, now that, do you see how I can't go outside the dash box? Do you see how Mickey Mouse is there, right? Okay, that's what we want. What we don't want is to click on the gallery, go insert, put a text label, and then the text label be here. And notice that I'm not seeing it on both screens, first of all, right? Because, and let me expand this gallery. Whoops. Let me expand this gallery a little bit. Okay, do you see all of this? But I'm not seeing this when I add it. If you are in the right place for the gallery and you're adding data to the gallery, these fields to the gallery, you'll see this appear here. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's just add another one here. Let's go ahead and just add a label here. So you clicked on the gallery, you can click here. Now let's say that I want another label. Well, I can just copy this. Copy. Now, when you do paste, do you notice how it clicks back out? Now watch. Okay, I don't even know what it did. It didn't do what we wanted it to do. Let me straighten the screen out. Hold on. For some reason, my screen, see how I'm at the top, but I don't see the top record. This is a bug in PowerApps. So if that happens, just hit save and go back. Leave the app and then come back in and it'll reset itself. So then go back in, click on edit, and then it will reset itself. If you see abnormal behavior from PowerApps, close PowerApps and bring it back open again. A lot of the time, it will fix that abnormal behavior. So let's go back here to what we did. There's that label that we created. If you click on here, edit, I'm not sure what it's asking there. Oh, because it was a text input field. But here, we don't want that. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead again. We're going to click on the record, right? Click on the gallery, click on the record. Everything's good. We're going to take out this field here because we don't want a label. We want to add a text input field. A text input field, it allows you to change the text. So remember, a text label, and we can add a label. Here we can just display information. Okay, so let's just say title. Okay, so we can display the title. New record is one, Mickey Mouse, and life is a sequence of choices. A text input, we display data as well, but we're going to display specific data. So let's just say we're going to put action in. Okay, now action doesn't have any data in it. It's just set to false right now, but that's a text input. So when we go here to play, we can say, oh, okay, I want to hit true, and boom, it inputs the data for us. Now, it's not going to do anything until we add a save feature to it, which we'll do in another video. But that's how you kind of input these fields. So this is a label right here and text. I always take and say LBL and then name whatever it is that I'm calling in that label. Same thing, of course. So, and if there's more than one, I'll just give it a number, right? 2 or 4 or whatever. And then same thing with here. Notice here I'm calling action. So I'm going to say, oops, I messed up. Text action. But this is not text. This is label. So we're going to name it LBL title 2. Okay. So label action. All right. So let's go back to the document, see where we're at. And then we just add fields. And we talked about add fields. And then Oh, and then we can copy and paste. Okay, I talked about that. Copy and paste, and then you can kind of move it around. So one of the things that you might want to do is once you set up, let's say we're going to get rid of that. Let's say you get this bad boy working exactly. You got it fine tuned. You have 11. You're going to go down here and change the color of it to orange, and the text color you're going to go to black, I guess is good. You're going to make all these cool changes that you want to make to this text field, and it's all good. It's exactly like you want it. Now you have more text fields that you want to put in. So here, let's just change this one to title. Okay. And then let's go ahead and create another record, but we want all the attributes. The easiest way to do this is hold down the control key on your keyboard, press C. Okay. Then don't click your mouse. Just leave your mouse where it is. Hold down the control key and hit V as in Victor. So the first one, C is in Charlie. Second one, V is in Victor. Now look, we've got two fields exactly the same. All I have to do is go up here and say, give me the notes. Boom. Now it's going to give me the different notes. Okay. And then I can expand these and do whatever I want. Now, notice here that the text, this is a multi-text field, but the text is in the middle of the screen. Don't like it. So you can go here to multi-line and it'll move it up for you. If this was a label, the setting over here would be top, middle, and bottom, I think. So you just choose top. Let me see. Oh, we don't have any labels. So anyways, so that's how you do that. Pretty easy peasy. And then let's see here. We copied that. We did that. Yep, we renamed. Perfect. Okay, so our next video is going to talk about deleting records and the code associated with that. So stay tuned. Jump on to the next video. We'll see you there. Thanks.